Welcome to Bodega Caudalia in Lerga, one of the oldest wine regions in Spain. All of our wines are very limited edition wines. I mean, our largest production is, or Shirak is 8,000 bottles per year, if no more. This vineyard was planted in 1939.
Yeah.
It was in the Civil War, the Spanish Civil War, during the Spanish Civil War.
Okay.
And the wine we make from this vineyard is a Claret, Rosé. It's a 100% Garnacha in a very well-aging wine.
Okay.
Very limited, very exclusive. It's just less than 1,000 bottles per year.
Wow, that's so few.
And it represents.
How many plots of land is that? Like how many little plots?
It is half hectare.
Okay.
I don't know in acres. You have to.
Okay, me neither.
It's half hectare. It's around 1,000 bottles because if you want to make a real rosé,
Right.
you need around 4 kilos per one bottle.
Okay.
It's very expensive that way.
All right.
That's the way in Navarra makes rosé lately, you know.
Okay.
But in like 100 years ago, the classical rosés in Navarra was made in the method, in the way we were making wine.
So the traditional. So you can consider yourselves sort of the traditional,
Yeah, sure.
world-friendly, earth-friendly.
Well, we don't spray herbicide and pesticides.
No.
You can see it by yourself.
Would you consider
right?
it organic wine?
Actually, it's organic wine. I don't believe in certifications, so
Okay.
I'm not ready to certify my vineyard because don't tell me talk about that.
Okay.
If you pay taxes,
Right.
you got your paper, no? But we don't spray herbicide or pesticides in any of the vineyards, not in that one.
Okay.
We have almost 12 hectares and we consider ourselves organic wines.
Okay.
Even some
Yeah,
very
I
biodynamic.
think this is the case in a lot of Navarran wines as well. No, that they're very careful with how they. No, that was okay. Not.
Tricky question.
Not okay.
Tricky question. In this vineyard is.
Should we go up?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
It's really easy to be organic. There is no vineyards around.
You're doing all the work with the bike, eh?
The problem is when you have vineyards,
Right.
and your neighbor has vineyards as well. So if you don't spray herbicide or pesticides, but your neighbor spray it, you can be certified.
Got
Because
it.
some of the particles.
Ah, interesting. What can you tell us about these tepas?
This is 100% Garnacha. As I told you, planted on 1999. No, sorry, 59. Yes, in the Spanish Civil War. And most of them are black Grenache, but you can find gray Grenache as well. Some mutation, okay? From the red Grenache to the gray. In France it's very typical, the gray Grenache. The gray Grenache in Baja Montaña is called Garnacha Roya,
Okay.
because it's red, Roya.
Got it.
In Latin.
Oh yeah, interesting. There are a few.
This vineyard, we recovered this vineyard during the lockdown in last April because the former owner wanted to uproot it, this vineyard.
Oh,
So
for what reason?
money. The European Union gives you 7,000 euros per hectare if you uproot all vineyards. And some technical employee in the appellation called us and said, Ivan, there is a very old vineyard in your town, your village. If you want it, I can give you the former owner telephone and yeah, you try to get an arrangement, and we did it.
Okay, so
We have another vineyard over there, as well, was recovering during the lockdown. And people here in this village is very old. The former owner is 84 years old. He's tired of working this vineyard. It's so hard to work a fast line because this is really manual. You can use machines. It's pure handcraft.
Ivan, I'm looking forward to having a wine with our virtual traveler guests.
No wine. Welcome to Bodega Caudalia. For wines, we have the village wines we were talking on the vineyard are named as Umea and Pau. Umea is a Basque word which means child, and Pau is a Mayan word which means child as well. I've been living in Mexico for many years, so my wines, most of them have Mexican names. So this is the village wine. Aged in concrete and never aged in barrique. And under the name of Xipal, Xipal is a Mayan word which means teenager, muchacho in Spanish. And these wines are from the best vineyards we have, and always has been matured in French barrel. This is a Syrah, a Rosé Grenache, a Tempranillo, and a Graciano. And the largest production of this wine is probably Tempranillo, and is 3,000 bottles, no more.
This is your number one queen bee, the rosé.
Probably is the...
Okay, all right. So,
This wine,
beautiful color to it.
it's more Provençal than...
Yes, it's more provincial because normally the Navarran wine would be more sort of candy color, right? More sort of pinky, where here this is more like a French
style.
rosé color to it.
This wine, comes from the Grenache plot we visited, and the plot that was planted in 1939 in the Spanish Civil War, and we produce just less than 1,000 bottles per year. It's a very well aging worthy wine, so you can keep it for more than 10 years. It's very unusual in Navarra rosé, and we have invented anything. I mean, it was the typical way of making rosés in Navarra 100 years ago.
Delicious, delicious.